Hello everyone, my name is Taylor from Market Car, and this right here is a 2009 BMW Z4 35i sDrive. And because I have this car right here and I just recorded a long form video on it, I just wanted to take you along for a bit of a POV drive with it. So first, let's start off with the exterior of this car. I mean, it just looks amazing. The front bumper with this M package, it just makes it look mean. I mean, this is one of the meanest cars BMW ever produced probably. And I really like the angel eyes right here on this pre-facelift model. There was actually a facelift model which had LED headlights because this one has bi-xenon headlights, and it also had LED angel eyes. Right here on the side of the car, you can see that there's actually a BMW badge. They don't really do this anymore, but they used to do it. And it kind of reminds me of the new XM where it has the two badges on the back. You also get a small turn signal indicator right there, which on the facelift model looks a bit different. Then moving on right here into the back of the car, I mean, look at this, it's just amazing. I really love this taillight design, and also the whole rear end of this car is just beautifully designed, especially with this great part right here, which is part of the M package. And also the car just looks amazing with the twin tailpipes coming out the back. The rear 3/4 angle of this car has to probably be one of my favorite angles because the car just looks so beautiful from this angle. And right now we have the top up, as you can see, and the car still looks beautiful even with the top up, and of course that's because of the hard top on this car. The newer model and the previous model have a soft top, which just means that they don't look as good with the top up. Now let's go into the car and lower the top so that you can see how the car looks with the top down. I love the doors in this car, and of course it has frameless windows because of the convertible top. Then when we go inside, it's not as difficult to get inside as it could be. Now before we lower the top, let's first start the car. Of course, you put your key right here in the ignition and then just hold the brake and press the start button. Amazing startup, amazing startup. I love how this car sounds. And then all you have to do to drop the top is just press this button right here, hold it, and then all of a sudden this rear panel just starts to lift up. I mean, this is just beautiful. I don't know who designed this, but man. Then the rear, what is it called? The trunk opens up in reverse actually, and then all that's left behind is that little wind deflector right there, and then the windows actually roll back up. We're actually going to roll them down because the car looks better that way, and you actually have this button right here which lowers all the windows at the same time, which is really nice. And now let's take a look at how this car sounds with the top down. It is a bit rainy outside, but man, this car is so beautiful both with the top up and down. And you can see that this rear 3/4 panel just really looks amazing even with the top down. What I really like about this car is that the doors really come up high. When you're sitting down, basically only your head is exposed, and that's really nice because you want to feel safe in your car. You don't want to feel like if you get in an accident or something that you're gonna lose your whole torso. Again, this car from the front just looks mean. There's just so much going on there in terms of vent intakes, and also the blackout kidney grille. Really like it. And the wheels on this car are really nice. They're 18-inch 50 million spoke wheels, so many spokes I can't even count them. And then again we come around to this 3/4 angle, which just looks amazing. Just take a listen to that exhaust pipe. I mean, look at that exhaust pipe, just how wide it is, and then how good it sounds even at idle. Now let's take this car out for a spin. All right, so let's take this thing out for a spin, and oh man, we're starting off in sport mode just because there's a bit of rain on the road and I don't really feel that comfortable driving it in Sport Plus. And you guys can see that just starting off, I mean, this car is right now in sport mode and in automatic mode, and it's amazing. Like, you can really hear the exhaust note of this car. And I think I'm going to do a launch control right here. I mean, the launch control is not going to be anything pleasant just because of the fact that there's so much rain on the road, but I do want to try it out. So let's do the launch control right here. To do the launch control, you have to put the car into Sport Plus, manual one, and then slam the brake and the accelerator. Okay, we're not getting anything done with launch control. Oh man, nah. We're keeping it in sport just because of the rain on the road. Launch control is not going to help you with traction. It's actually going to be a bit detrimental to traction because of how high the car revs up. And of course, we're driving this thing down with the top. We're driving this thing with the top down because it's much more cooler that way. And of course, you can see that we've got some really windy roads. If I was a bit bolder right here, I would put on I would put on Sport Plus mode and do a bit of a slide around the corner. Oh my god. This thing, I mean, you can see that this car really loves to slide. It's not a car that that enjoys being still. Now, one of the great things about this car is the dual clutch transmission that I talked about. Right here we're putting it into manual, and then you can control your shifting with these paddles right here. You've got this one for plus, so you pull it, well, both of them are actually plus and minus. You pull them towards you to do plus, and then push them against yourself to do minus. It's really handy actually. And then here, another really good sliding opportunity, but the car doesn't let you. This car has an amazing traction system that just won't let you do anything stupid unless you put it into death mode right here. And what's really fun about this specific car is that it has an E differential, or it's not a limited slip differential, it's an open differential that's electronically controlled. And what that means is, well, of course it would be nicer if it had a limited slip, but it's not as bad as an open diff, and you can really slide it around, you can control it when you're sliding in. And of course, as you see, it won't let you actually do anything stupid when you're just driving it normally. Now I'm going to turn around here, and if it wasn't for so much gravel here, I would definitely do a really big slide and a burnout. Oh my god. It's just so much fun to drive. Now we have to be a bit careful right here on the downhill because it's a slippery road, and of course it's a downhill as well. It wants to slide so bad. Braking system on this car, amazing as well. And I'm going to lower the windows so you can hear the engine a bit better. Hopefully there's not a lot of wind noise. I like shifting it manually, even though I'm not the perfect shifter. Of course the machine is going to do better than you, but it's fun to drive. I mean, it's basically a toy. And a fun thing about this car is that it won't let you it won't let you money shift, so it won't let you downshift unless you've got enough revs in that gear. And it also will automatically shift for you right here. So if we just slam it, there you go, it shifts automatically for you when you reach the red line at around 7,000 RPM. And the red line at 7,000 RPM is another one of these things that makes this car really that much fun to drive, because you can not only hear the engine, but you can hear it rev out for a long time before it gets to, oh my god, before it gets to a really high speed. And I just want to show you just how quickly the transmission can shift. I mean, we're now in first, second, third, fourth, but I mean, come on, I love doing that. It's like a musical note that you're playing on this car. You can see it really, really, really wants to slide, but the traction control just doesn't let it at all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.